Alright, I'm gonna come out and just say it. Anyone else knows the core sucks, starting to suck, asshole? What happened to the good old days? You know, with Extreme Forces coming out soon, it's almost like they put the Link Brains pack inside of the set so that it just wouldn't suck so bad. You know, these TCG exclusives and the way that things have been going right now, TCG exclusives used to be the only thing that used to make booster packs interesting. But where are these good cards at? I know, not every set can have good cards, but the last three have not been that spicy. But I guess this is to make up for the lack of good sets we got. We got two very good sets back to back. You know, the Schmaster Beast set and that Zoo set. Yeah, I guess it's a fair trade-off. But archetypes, they've been lacking lately. What's going on? Trickstars were they were okay. You know, they weren't Zoo. They're about as annoying as Zoo was, but I mean, there's that. But you know, Crawlers, Jack Knights. You know, what's going on here? Why are these archetypes not doing so well? I know Blackwings are basically, or excuse me, the Gokis are basically the Blackwings of this generation. You know, they're gonna get a lot better over time. Same thing with those little trick stars, those pesky little witches. Ugh, can't wait. You know, fucking Licorice is a pain in my goddamn ass already. You know, but back to my original question. What's up with core sets? You know, where are these good defining parts of these sets? The things that make the casual player base go, holy shit, I actually want to play that. You know, Metafist was a good example of a tier 2 archetype that interested people because it was older boss monsters. And I like the rejuvenation that it basically attempted to bring to the game. But what's going on? Like, I understand that stuff is very cheap from a budget player perspective. You could have picked up everything. And then you have Altergeist, which we're doing okay, but it wasn't necessarily enough. The interesting part is, though, you have to remember, oh man, Robbie's talking to Robbie. We are at the point of a new format. And actually, in previous patterns, we would have usually had a more degenerate deck by this point in time. But the interesting thing was the current deck wasn't actually the result of the November set. Previously, it's been the November set that broke the game. And I guess you can argue that Double Helix was the thing, but Double Helix was not originally part of the core set. And Double Helix was an addition to what was already existing in the current pool of Yugioh for that particular set. But it broke the logic that we've had. And already looking forward going into national season next year, there's literally only like 2 sets left in the game that can determine our Nats format. And if there's nothing really too broken in that set, honestly, we might be just kind of staring at another Pendulum Magician format. And I know that's a bold statement to call out at this point. I know. Because I believe we have the Flames of Destruction coming up. Literally, it's the set after Extreme Forces. And I think it's Flames of Destruction, which Extreme Forces are February set, and then, what is it, April to May is our Flames of Destruction, and then Bada Bing Bada Boom Nationals is in, or the WCQ is in July or June. It's July. But, I mean, outside of that, we have the Kaiba set coming out. We should have everything from Link Brains brought out at that point, but there's nothing too exciting going on. It's really awkward when you're just like, oh, hey, you know, like, yeah, new core sets are coming out. Firewall was good. Borreload was good. Single cards are good. But when you're looking at these sets and you're going, man, there's not 10 to 15 good defining cards in this set, then is the set really a failure? I would kind of believe it to be. Just because there's one good fucking card in a set doesn't mean that the set's going to sell. You know, look at Circuit Break. Fucking Evenly Matched was the best card in that set. Yeah, there were like 1 or 2 other good cards, honestly. You know, Borreload being in there and Double Helix being in there. But outside of that, those 3 cards, what else are you going to remember Circuit Break for? Altergeist? Metaphys? I mean, when I think of Circuit Break, like, those three are it. Like, Circuit Break was a complete and utter shit show of a set, and almost 90% of the community is going to agree with me on that statement, because from a competitive standpoint, needing cards to change the competitive way that we play the game, like 2 to 3, that's not enough at all. So just interesting mentalities here with the way that these sets have been going as of late, that I don't know, man. Did Konami Japan just suddenly say, fuck it, you know, we're gonna just produce not good cards? What's going on here? Hell, I mean, you can give us just, was it the years of constant not once per turn effects that finally got to them? The fact that, like, Wind Up Rat's not a hard once per turn, you know? I'm not going to say that it's, like, too late to go back and errata these cards, but Konami showed that they're willing to, you know, with the new Elemental archetype coming out, they're willing to errata these things. And look at Grandsoil. Granny got his errata. I mean, he should have never been more than once per turn anyway. Especially if you're going to make some shit like Mulu. You know, Mulu Glacia's once per turn. They limited that card design. But what's going on over here with the rest of this shit? I'm perplexed. It's literally just with the current way that Yu-Gi-Oh is going, amongst other things. I'm not going to say, like, the game is dying, but, like, you got to give stores a core set that is going to sell. And I know a lot of stores have been complaining about it. I've been hearing a lot of reports that, like, even, like, ever since they changed the ratios and took out Ultimates and Ghost Rares, things haven't been so spicy. I mean, you'll have that winner every once in a while, but, I mean, one winner and 3 losers doesn't make you a winner. You know what I mean? It just means that you're spending a lot of money and crying on deficit product, because, hey, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, on the subject of sets sucking absolute balls, no set has come close to CyberDark Impact yet. Now, you remember in the original history of Yu-Gi-Oh! That CyberDark Impact was the first set that had to do with columns in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, Beverage Farm remembers. CyberDark Impact, CyberDark Impact. Yeah, the bullshit set that had all the CyberDark monsters in it, the column shit, Allure Queen level 5. The set was just terrible, outside of a few meta-defining cards throughout the years. And these meta-defining cards were all incredibly low rarity. You know, Instant Fusion, you know, Vanity's Fiend. Yeah, these cards were included in that set as low rarity. And the alternative was you could get Ultimate Vanity's Fiends in that set as well. But the thing that made this set so bad throughout time and space has literally just been the fact that outside of a few collector's cards now on the market, when the set was in rotation, it was absolutely fucking garbage. No one wanted to buy the set because the column cards were literally worthless. You know, they did nothing at the game. They're still doing nothing now that we're going into more of a column-based format, which is really interesting in the grand scheme of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just considering, like, how much they've tried, like, I don't know. They're trying something new. They're going to bamboozle us. They're going to be like, oh, hey, surprise, column support. I mean, they're trying. It's fine. You know, people are trying to use more of their zoned mats and things like that. You know, it's all fun and games. But your previous strategy of column-based stuff in one set in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was the worst selling point in Yu-Gi-Oh!'s history. So, hopefully they've learned from that and they're trying to adapt. But these last few sets, the point I'm trying to make here is, and like I said, I know someone in my comment section is going to be like, Rob, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. These sets have been great. It's really apparent when you see a set in circulation and then you see they immediately reprint it as an unlimited printing. And just, I feel like that Konami profit margin that they're really trying to get right now, because when you're printing these sets as unlimited printings, you gotta remember, first editions are the first print runs, and the way that they've been allocating these, sets are getting their unlimited printings through special editions. Alright, that's it. That's your print run. Alright? So, when you see this, and you see a reprinting of the set, especially if a set didn't sell out at this point, I understand you're saturating the market, which is fine and dandy, but just too much of one good thing, it's bad. Now, I do like that the special editions have had better cards in them. You know, Solemn War or Strike set, $6 a piece. That's adorable. I mean, that makes up for your value at cost. But as a store, I'm trying to make more than just your cost. I mean, if you pulled 6 strikes, that's 12, 24, 36. You still got to pull what? $20, $18 from those packs to make up your value, or else you're negative if you're opening up for a single product. But Robbie, not everyone is buying products for pure profit. You're the fucking scum of the earth if you think that's the case. That's fine. And, you know, those people that are running the card shop, they're going to go out of business with a mentality like that if they have no intent to profit. Because, you know what's paying their overhead? Those shitty special editions that you think that are terrible. You know, it sucks, but, you know, those things, you got to get lucky and make profit somewhere. And it's how the cookie crumbles, unfortunately. It's a double-edged system with the current way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. But these last few sets, they kind of suck for stores. You know, I feel kind of bad. I'm sure those firewalls when they were hitting that fresh $45, $50 mark were good, but they ain't there no more. So, better move your stock while you have the chance. Guys, what do you think? The last few sets of Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of been bonkers. You know, a lot of people disagree, a lot of people will agree. You know, it depends on what factor you're looking for. Competitive-wise, yeah, they've been alright. I mean, Borreload and Firewall were good, but like I said, 1-2 good cards doesn't make it too horribly good, especially when you're as competitive a format as Yu-Gi-Oh! Is today. So, alright guys, that's all I got for you. May the cookie crumble with you.